Hi friends, what's up? So based on our session of blockchain in telecom industry, here's the last and the final one for you today. So basically today I'm going to talk about how blockchain can basically revolutionize telecom industries, ledger, record keeping, and most importantly interoperability, right? So just let me give you a quick use case and scenario. So as you have watched my previous video where I have been talking about that whenever a person makes a call, or for example whenever you're traveling and you might be using an Airtel or you might be using an AT&T, but since if you're not in that region or within that coverage area of your telecom service provider, you would basically share a network from other telecom operators or other telecom service providers. We typically call this, TSPs, telecom service providers. So in this scenario, whenever a person has to basically use any other telecom service providers or TSPs, these telecom companies have an agreement internally, which is called their service agreements. So this service agreement is something like an interbank agreements where they would determine the rates and the charges of every single user whenever they make calls on their network. So let's say, for example, being in India in Airtel, and if I move out and if I'm not in the Airtel coverage zone, probably I might be using Vodafone, or I might be using Jio, or in the US I might be using an AT&T. So AT&T, Airtel, Jio, and all of that, what they would have is something called InterCareer Agreements, where they would determine the price based on the minutes, hours, or whatever it is, right? Depending on the company to company, infrastructure to infrastructure. So the biggest challenge here is that the reconciliation of the data and interoperability. So since all these service providers and the network providers, since they operate at multiple hierarchies and uses a very, very complex ERPs and CRM system, right? And these systems are essentially not connected with each other. So for example, the data shown a lot of times on the Airtel network and the data shown on the AT&T network varies to a lot of extent, and this extent to which these companies faces loss and potentially have reconciliation errors result in like billions and billions of dollars annually. And the reason for this could be a lot of reasons, right? For example, there could be a latency time, like for example in AT&T networks or 4G or 5G could be much faster than the Airtels or much faster than the Verizon, right? So which means that since all of these participants are not connected with each other, they would use some kind of a common platform to basically ensure this reconciliation issues and to solve this kind of problem. But imagine if all of these participants are connected on a blockchain system and they are sharing the same copy of a data or the same copy of a truth, and this network is basically governed by the rules and the regulation which is set up by all the participants in an industry and in an ecosystem without any centralized control. And in this manner, they did not have to worry about the data manipulation. They don't have to worry about about basically data leakages, data hacking, and also one party storing data from one another. Because of blockchain's encryption and its architecture, this would make the complete reconciliation process in the telecom industry much more efficient, decentralized, and most importantly real time. And all these things actually take a lot of cost, because this is directly impacting their money, impacting their revenues, impacting their brands, impacting the customers. That's why a lot of time we see that you would find some cases on the internet where certain customers posted their bills of $1,000 or $1,500, but their bills were just like probably a $10 or a $15, something like that. And this all happens because of this reconciliation issues, because fundamentally all these telecom service providers are not connected to a common network. And recently, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India have decided to create a blockchain network to solve this issue, so every participant is on a same ecosystem and all these disputes can be resolved at the try with real-time reconciliation of the data. So guys, watch out for blockchain. Keep building your career in the blockchain. I think blockchain is the upcoming industry. It's growing super fast, and with more cyber hacks and cyber securities and with more data automation coming into picture, I think blockchain is the way to go. So if you want to looking forward to build a career in the blockchain space, you could visit indianblockchaininstitute.com or just DM me or DM IBI. And for more blockchain related news and updates, please visit www.snapperbus.com, and that's the place to go where you could find all the success stories, everything around blockchain. So till then, guys, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye, and cheers.